Radio TV Phono Nut here, and we have a Soundesign CD player from 1988. That's something I don't think we've ever seen on this channel. Well, I take that back. There was that one CD player that I patched up for the church, but CD players are really not my forte. But you know, maybe we can get this one going if it needs any work. Now, a while back, Westlife featured a similar looking CD player that was a more basic model than this one. I think all his had on it was the power button, an open and close button, a play, pause, a stop button, and a track skip button, and that was it. Now, I don't know exactly who made this for Soundesign, but it was made in Japan, and as he demonstrated with the one he had, a lot of these cheaper CD players from the late 80s will actually fool you on how well they perform, and I think some of them are probably better made and work better than the Chinese trash that's been made during the 21st century. So let's plug this in and see what happens. Okay. Power on, the lights blinking at us. Here's our Ferranti and Teicher's Greatest Hits CD. Okay, the disc spun up and it indicates we have 10 tracks. Now what happens when I press play? It just sits there and blinks at us. So that's pause, that's play, and that's all that happens. Okay, I kept pushing buttons and it's spinning now. Well, it stopped spinning. Okay, it's not even advancing to the next track or anything. It's now spinning again. Alright, here's the inside. A lot of Yamaha branded ICs and mostly through-hole components, which is something you don't see on modern CD players. Okay, the disc is in. Let's turn it on. And now it's not even spinning. Before it would spin and give me a track count, but now it's not even doing that. Okay, this time it spun up and gave me a track count. And then it goes to track 1 and just sits there and blinks at me for a few seconds and then goes away, goes back to the track count. Okay, here we are with the front off, exposing the mechanism, and it appears that this gear here is stuck that moves the laser along this track here. So let's try to get it unstuck and then it might play. Okay, this is all cleaned and lubricated and seems to be moving more freely now, so let's pop the face back on and see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens. Power on. And you're just sitting there blinking at me, ain't a darn thing happening. Play, nothing spinning. So this might have been one that I just got burned on. And this is one of the reasons I stuck with turntables so long and still stick with them. It seems like all the CD players I ever owned through the years stopped working sooner than I thought they should stop working, but my turntables just keep right on going. So I'm not going to spend much more time on this. If I can't find the problem, then it's going to the trash. I wiggled the ribbon cable and it spun up and told me 10 tracks. And what happens when I press play? Does it take off and start playing? Well, heck no, of course not. Well, it started turning slowly. but I don't know if it's actually playing or not. Let me see if it'll go to the next track. Well, if I'd push the track skip button, it might do something, and it's not doing anything. Alright, pause. Alright, now it's just spinning very slowly and not even giving me any track count. It's just sitting here blinking at me. When I press the play button, nothing happens. Turn the power off. Turn it back on, nothing spins. It just sits here and blinks at me. So like I said, I'm not a CD player aficionado. This is not my forte of repair, so unless somebody can give me some pointers as to what this might be, something that I might can fix, then I'm probably just going to cut the power cord off of it and trash the thing. I mean, as far as cheap CD players go, it looks to be pretty well made, but well made ain't doing us any good if it don't work. I put the disc back in. After a few seconds it spun up and told me I have 10 tracks. And when I press play, let's see what happens. Probably nothing. Okay, we're on track 1 and it's spinning. Maybe I need to go connect this to a stereo and see if it's outputting any audio. And okay, then it just stopped and just went back to 10. Maybe the laser in this thing's weak. I don't know. Alright, play. It's sitting there blinking brightly. It's spun up. Let's see if it'll go to track 2. Nope. It will not go to track 2. Well, it went to track 2 that time. I guess I once again didn't press the right button. Alright, let's go connect this to an amplifier and see if this thing is outputting anything at all. I seriously doubt that it is. See, now it just stopped and went back to the track display. And I'm connected to a little stereo and I can't get any sound out of this. When I press play, it sits there and blinks at me, and then it starts spinning for a few seconds, and I can hear the laser pick up, making its little squeaky sound sometimes. And then it just stops spinning, and that's that. Just sits there and blinks at me. I know some of these have a pot that you can slightly tweak to increase the power of a dying laser, but without knowing which pot does what, I'm not going to get in here and start tweaking things. So unless somebody has some ideas on this one's probably going to get tossed. But I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling it's a weak laser. It's acting like it's trying to read the disc, but it just hadn't got enough power to do it, so it just shuts it down. So I don't know what we're going to do with this. And then to top it off, this showed up today. This is a Heathkit power supply, and I needed one of these because of its high current capacity. These are real good for working on the old tube type vibrator-based car radios. Well, I knew I was probably going to have to do some repair work on it, but they packed it in this flimsy box that, as you can tell, is not much bigger than the actual unit itself, and they had it wrapped in this flimsy bubble wrap here and this packing paper, and the result is the case got all bent to hell, as you can see there. So it got bent real good there, and then it got bent over on this side. You can see one of the binding posts is all bent here. And then back here there's a bend in the metal here, you can see. So I've already taken pictures of this, and this will be another eBay claim that gets filed. And one of two things will happen. They'll either want it back, and then they'll refund my money, or they'll refund my money and tell me to throw the thing in the trash. Whichever is fine with me, but also this switch that switches between 6 and 12 volts, that doesn't turn. Now, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that might have been frozen up anyway, but it's also highly possible that something banged into it during shipping and broke it. But had I been the one shipping this, I would have wrapped it to heck and back in bubble wrap and stuck it inside of a suitable sized box and put padding all around that, and then we would have put padding inside of yet another bigger box and stuck the first box down inside the bigger box, and then this thing would have been just about guaranteed to arrive not all bent up like this is. So yeah, just another result of a shitty eBay packing job. Yeah, it's bent all up here too, so yeah, they're going to get this one back, or somebody's going to be refunding my money. You know, used to, I just let the stuff go and moved on with my life, but here lately I'm tired of letting stuff go, especially whenever it's due to carelessness. And had this thing been packed right and got dinged up like this, then I probably wouldn't say anything, but since they were careless in their packing, then I'm just going to file a claim and let eBay handle it if need be. I mean, heck, I've got enough garbage of my own over here. I don't need to be buying anybody else's garbage. When, you know, I buy something, I expect to receive it in the condition in which it was advertised in.